Top of the morning, evening, night, or day, ladies and gentlemen. This is me here today on behalf of Well Prepared Man, and I hope everyone's well and good. In today's video, we got no light. Instead of focusing on that, we're gonna focusing on things that I enjoy. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about my personal watch collection, the watches that I enjoy the most, the ones that I'll think I'll never sell and I'll keep until I grow old and gray. Without any delays, roll the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain, and the following video is for subscribed devices only.
Before we open up this box, I want to talk to you about this watch that we have here, and that is my Seiko 5 7S26. When I bought this watch, I was looking for a Tissot PRX, but I thought even the quartz version of the PRX is overpriced, so I ended up looking for something that was automatic and had a similar look, and I found this Seiko. This watch was very important in the sense that it really made me appreciate Seiko. After getting this Seiko, I really started getting into the brand and exploring its history and really getting to know the brand. Now everything will make a little bit more sense. We have a Seiko 5 that I've already shown you guys here on the channel. I think I might have unboxed this here, I don't really remember. I didn't unbox a few on the channel because I bought them for myself, not to show you. But now I'm making a video about them, so I will show you. This is a very cool Seiko in my opinion. The 5 that you see here is normally up here, as you see on the first Seiko that I've shown you. I'm gonna move the hands out of the way so you guys can appreciate this better. Okay, so there's the Seiko 5 logo, and then we have automatic here on the bottom. In this Seiko, I thought it was really cool because we have the Seiko 5 logo down here, the Seiko logo here on the side, and then we got a date display that is separate. That for me was a very hard thing to find. It's not a Seiko that I come across every day. It's a Seiko 6119C. This one that you saw here is the 7S26, but I think this is a very beautiful 7S26. Again, guys, I really like this watch because of the hands. If you guys see, they're like triangle hands. They're not stick or baton hands, wherever you call this. Although these hands here on this watch are actually quite beautiful also. The next one I want to show you guys is another 6119. This was one of my earliest purchases when I started collecting Seikos, and I thought this one was brilliant. It was so beautiful on the pictures, and it's even more beautiful in person. If you can really see this dial in person, it really vibrates. I came outside so you guys could fully appreciate this. This dial is phenomenal. I was used to seeing the logo here, and then I saw the logo there and I was like, that's cool. So I picked up this Seiko also at a very great price because it's not a watch that your standard YouTubers talk about. I was able to buy this at a great price. After I bought this one that I spoke to you guys about at the beginning, but I keep them in this order. So we spoke about it in a weird way. Next Seiko that I want to talk to you guys is also a Seiko 5, but this is a Seiko Sportsmatic Deluxe. This is where I started, guys. This is from 1965, maybe? 1970, 1974, 1965, 1973, 1969. The Sportsmatic line came out in 1963. And I say this is the beginning because it's the first Sportsmatic Deluxe that they made. So they made the Seiko Sportsmatic 5 from 1963, and then they made the Sportsmatic 5 Deluxe in 1964, 65, and onwards. And this one is a really cool model in my opinion. I believe this was only made for 2 years. And the reason why this is really cool is because the other Sportsmatic 5 Deluxe have the 5 here on the bottom, and this one has the 5 up here. So a very unique feature. Basically, I just collected the 5 in the coolest locations. That's what I did. This watch is really cool because it is very old, but it is bigger than the majority of old watches that I own. So if I put it on my wrist, this here is a modern Pagani design, and this here is a watch from 1965. As you guys see, in terms of size, this was an oversized watch, and I think it held up really well over the years because it didn't become too small. This Seiko 5 has got a really distinct feature that other Seiko 5s I've seen don't have, which is a separate button to change the day and date, which doesn't work. It's stuck. I need to get this watch serviced. But I bought this watch for 60 euros. We can't expect it to function like normal. We can expect it to be complete and serviceable. So that's what you see here, a watch that I will service in the future, and eventually I will swap this bracelet also, and I will wear it every day. Actually, no, this is Monday, this is Tuesday, this is Wednesday, so I will wear it on Wednesdays. This here is a Seiko Lordmatic. This is a really beautiful watch in my opinion. It's as blingy as vintage Seikos get. And I'm gonna take this off the little cushion so you guys can appreciate it. This is really beautiful, guys. It's got that dial, which I had to create a color name in order to describe it. Now this dial is so beautiful, I also had to show you how it looks at the light. I can't even see if this is in focus right now, but I hope it's at least able to capture part of its beauty. So we had these Seikos here for the average person, and then we had the Seiko Lordmatic introduced in 1968. This model that you see here is from 1973. And they introduced this in 1968 to substitute the Lord Marvel, which had been in production for a while at this point. So this was the watch that came to substitute the Lord Marvel, which was a more luxurious version of Seiko at the time for the people who didn't want a Seiko 5 but wanted a Seiko. So here we have the Seiko Lordmatic. This is the last Seiko of my collection, guys, I promise. Actually, I have more Seikos, but they're not in this box. I tried to get some other brands in here also, so it wasn't just Seiko, but this is the last Seiko, I promise. This is a really cool Seiko. This is so beautiful. It's got that Rolex bezel. I don't know what you call this, but it's very beautiful. And it's way more elegant than my Pagani design. Look at this. I just realized how dirty my Pagani design was during the editing process, and I apologize for this mess. I basically took the watch to the beach and I didn't treat it very well, but it's still alive. The bezel on the Pagani design is huge, and here it's elegant. It's very elegant. Anyway, this watch here is really cool in terms of watchmaking also. It's got a 30 jewel movement. That's the highest jewel count that I've got in my watch collection, is this watch here. In terms of how thin it is, it actually manages to be more thin than the Seiko Lordmatic, which up until I found this watch, this was my thinnest automatic watch. But this just blew it out of the park. Just have a look at the difference here. I need to let my dog inside because she's feeling bored of being outside. I'll be right back. So this was a higher line than the 5. This particular model that we have here is from 1969, and we have the sea lion there on the back, which I think it's really cool. All my other Seikos up until I bought this had the dolphin, so it's really nice to have the sea lion. Don't know how to describe how awesome this watch is. I absolutely love this. This is the sea lion in the light. It maintains an understated look. It's not blingy like the Lordmatic. It's in a different level of class. Again, because no YouTubers are talking about this watch, this was a super cheap find, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love this watch. And I'm normally a gold on gold kind of guy, but these watches have such beautiful designs that I don't mind going for different colors. Just have a look how beautiful Seiko put this together. I'm just showing you that in terms of elegance, there's something here. I think I'll eventually make a video in the future mentioning how much I paid for these watches, but for now, I think that is irrelevant because we're talking about greater things. This watch is a watch that I'm super psyched to have here in my collection. So essentially what I did here is I got a watch for every single day of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So from Monday to Friday, I wear a Seiko. And then on the weekend, I bling it out. So here we have my Rado Diet Star. This is a very strange watch, but I think it's super nice, man. This is very beautiful looking, in my opinion, because of how weird it looks. Like, if you look at the majority of the watches that we have here, they have stuff in common. But this, it just doesn't have anything in common with anything. It's just its own thing. And essentially, that's what I like about this. Like, look at this crystal, guys. I don't know if my camera can capture the detail, but this is a faceted crystal, and a really beautiful one at that. Then we got the date and date display in a position that I don't have in any other of my watches. We got a very beautiful gold dial, which is my favorite color dial. Also, we have these stones that you see here on the Super Seville are zirconium. This could be zirconium, but it looks way finer than the stones on my Super Seville. There's some clarity to them that I can't really explain, but I don't feel like this is zirconium. This could be a different stone that I don't know the name of. Got no clue what these stones are. Again, they remind me of diamonds, so I freaking love the fact that they did this. Overall, this is a beautiful watch. And I bought this at a discounted price because it wasn't on the original bracelet. And I really like the fact that it wasn't, because it's such a blingy head that I like a minimalist bracelet to tone it down a little bit. Just a blingy piece, a very blingy piece, but somewhat modest. Very, very beautiful. Super happy to have one in my collection. And hopefully I will keep this looking like this for a long time. The next watch that I want to show you guys is one of my favorites. Actually, all these watches are my favorites, so I don't know why I said that. Here it is, my Belova Super Seville. I like this watch so much that I decided to use it in my YouTube intro. Although I don't wear it as much, like that I still celebrate having it. And the reason, oh, it's currently working. I shook it last night. I shook all these watches last night, and this one is still working. You see, this is a brilliant watch, man. I freaking love this. This is my... It's not a Rolex, but it's heavily inspired in the Rolex Day-Date. However, I think it's a Rolex substitute for people that are mindful. If I had millions, I wouldn't mind spending 20,000 on a Rolex Day-Date, but I don't have millions. I have thousands. So this is pretty much what I can afford. And it's a brilliant piece. I love it. I absolutely love this. I've swam with this in the ocean. I've cycled with this watch. I've taken it to work. I did all sorts of things with this watch, and I just don't wear it every day because I'm afraid of breaking it, and I don't have another one that can substitute this. So until I buy another Belova Super Seville, I don't think I can wear this as an everyday watch. If I could pick just one watch from my entire collection to wear for the rest of my life, this would be it. Absolutely adore the look, the functionality, the clasp. Super hard for people to steal this watch from me because this doesn't open easily. This is a very beautiful clasp. It's very minimalistic. I love it. The bracelet has seen better days, but that's okay. It's here, it's lived, it does the job, and I absolutely love this complication. The date here, sorry, the day here, the date here, and oh, the stones on the dial, gold on gold. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm gonna put this down just so you guys don't get overhyped on this watch and the prices go up massively, because I still want to buy another one of these. Next watch that I want to talk to you guys about, it's also from Belova. I basically completed the set. Here we have the Submariner. This is the Belova 91904. There's only one thing that I don't like about this watch, which is the crown. It doesn't have a screw-in crown. It's got a push-pull crown. And with a watch like this, I was expecting the crown to be screw-in crown. Still say the watch is 100 meters water resistant, so they must have built the watch well in order to not require a screw-in crown. And that's pretty much all I need. I live near the beach, and if the watch is up to 100 meters, I don't mind going with it to the ocean. Got a winding movement. You can basically do this and the watch starts working. I think it's a Myota movement. I never really taken this anywhere really. I just keep it here in the box. But I know that I could swim with this and it would be okay because we have at least 100 meters of water resistance. Now this is very similar to the Rolex Submariner. Actually, it's the most similar diver that I found to the Rolex Submariner, and I think it is really nice. The first thing that I noticed was the detail on the bracelet. So on my Invicta Pro Diver, we had shiny links here in the middle, and I think that made the watch look cheaper. And in this watch, we've got a fully brushed bracelet, and we have a shiny clasp. So that's a sign of luxury for me, because this is a tool watch, right? So it's meant to be tooly, but it's got some touches of bling. So if you see here on the side, we've got shiny links, and that is also a really nice touch. The pins appear to have a screw, but it's just for effect. They're push and pull pins. And that is nice because I was able to size the watch easily at home. The bezel, it doesn't align perfectly. At least I think my Pro Diver used to align a little bit better. I feel like in terms of alignment, this is not 100% perfect. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? It's like if I align here, this one here isn't aligned perfectly. I don't know how to explain this, but I feel like this and this thing, they're not aligned to a 90-degree level. There's like a 91-degree level, and that is noticeable by weird people like me. I ended up selling my Invicta Pro Diver because it was a 42 millimeter, and I got this instead because it was a 40 millimeter. I know that Invicta does the Pro Diver in 40 millimeters, but I wanted to try something different that didn't say Invicta on the side. My Invicta Pro Diver was the best tool watch I've ever owned, so I got this watch in the most tool watch colors I've ever seen. So instead of going gold on black, I actually own a silver watch, and it's not really my style, but this just looks good this way. I can't explain it better than that. And if you notice, my box has 8 places and there's only 7 days in the week. One day I just hope I have enough confidence to wear these watches on a daily basis and not care about ruining them. Ruining them. That's a mouthful. I got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, tool watch. So in case I'm doing anything where I'm afraid to ruin one of these, I go to this watch. And that's pretty much the way I thought about my personal watch collection. And that, guys, pretty much brings us to the very end of my madness. I hope you have enjoyed chilling in with me for a little bit, and I hope that you learned something new. Anyway, this is me logging out. Peace!